Hi, guess what? You don't need to be a systems expert to write SOPs. I literally started with a Google Doc and 10 minutes of peace and quiet. If you're here, you've probably realized that at least some of the chaos in your business is probably systems related, or rather a lack of systems, maybe. No worries, we've all been there. It's all good. Me too, me included. It's all good. I'm here to help you get out of that funk, okay? But before you run off thinking SOPs are some giant corporate binder full of jargon, please pause. I'm here to show you how simple this can be, even if you are allergic to the word systems. Let me tell you how I made my first real SOP. I was drowning in repeat tasks, sending a weekly email, onboarding new clients, creating content, all of that stuff, right? And I had tried all of the things. I tried reminders, the little app on your iPhone that pops up every time you've got something in there to do. I tried calendar. I tried ClickUp. I've tried all the things just to remind me of all the things to do, but inevitably in some way, shape, or form, something would get missed. Okay. Now I'm not knocking ClickUp. Okay. We're going to talk about ClickUp down the road. But I think there's a way that it needs to mingle in, and I don't think it overrides having an SOP or a list. I think there's just ways for them to work together. Okay. Side note over. So one day I decided to open up a Google Doc and just write down all of the things that I needed to do for onboarding a client. And I just brain dumped everything, just no formatting, no anything, just all the tasks as I did them as I onboarded a new client. It wasn't anything fancy. It was just a living list that I could go back to the next time I signed a client. And I needed to make sure that I hit all the steps, because I know you're probably thinking, onboarding a client, you just have these specific things that you need to do, and that's not a big deal, and you don't need to, I'm not going to forget them. You're going to forget them. Okay. You're going to forget. Okay. And you're going to send this client this one thing, and you're not going to send it over here to this client, and she's going to realize it. Okay. Don't ask me how, but she's going to know. Or it's going to be something important. Maybe you didn't send her an invoice. Don't even. Write it down in a list, jot it down, brain dump it into a Google Doc, title it client onboarding or whatever it is that you're working on, and save it. Google Drive saves it for you automatically, but save it, okay? And just imagine, even though it seems like a very simple basic list and a very simple basic task to kind of get something off your brain, just think about not having to think about all the things that you need to do the next time you sign a client, because you're just going to open up this doc and you're going to have everything listed out there. You can even put check boxes next to them so you can tick them off as you go, okay? This little cross out thing, it's super fun. So if you're wondering where to start, okay, in the last video, which I'll link over here or over here, wherever YouTube decides to let me link it, we talked about how to get started with SOPs, the very basics, which is basically what I just covered again, super quickly. Just open a doc, start, type it at the top, list out all the things that you do as you're going through that process, okay? Now I want to share with you some quick wins in terms of which SOPs you should probably start with, because you're probably thinking, oh my God, there's so many things that I do all the time in my business and I don't even know which ones to start with. Okay, start with whatever your next task is, okay? Okay, when you're done watching this video and then watching this video, go, what's your next task? Do you need to send out an email today? Do you need to create some content for social media today? Do you need to get back to a client today? Whatever your next task is that you need to work on in your business, I want you to open up a Google Doc, name it whatever that task is, date it. Google Drive does that too, but put a date as the date that you are writing the SOP, and then list out all the tasks. That's all you got to do. But if you want some examples, here's where I'd start. The 4 main ones that I would start with right now, and we've kind of already talked about them, but I'm going to list them out for you again anyways. I would start with client onboarding, client offboarding, your weekly email schedule, and social media content creation, okay? You might even want to include blogging in there if you do blog, or your YouTube video production schedule or workflow, okay? Making the thumbnail, recording the video, writing the title, writing the description, all that stuff. When are you going to upload it? When's it going to be scheduled for? All of those different things. Make a list as you go through the process of everything you do for each of those steps, okay? You can do that today, okay? You could do that even if you're not working on those things today. If you want to just get them out of your brain, get those steps out of your brain, you can write an SOP for a task you're not doing today. But if you don't know where to start with your next task. If it's something that you do on a repeated basis, on a weekly or bi-weekly, any kind of regular interval, That's where I want you to start. Inside of Effortless SOPs, I actually give you templates for the most common repeatable tasks. So you don't even have to start from scratch. But honestly, I love seeing people make their first ones themselves because it gives you confidence that you know more than you think you do. And here's the magic that no one talks about. Creating just one SOP starts a domino effect. It's like once you have that first thing documented, you realize, oh, wow, I don't have to rely on my memory for every little thing because how's that working out for you? It doesn't work for me. And then the next one is a little bit easier. And then the next one's a little bit faster. And then suddenly you've got a business that's running super smooth because everybody knows what they need to do. And if everybody is you, you know what you need to do without having to remember all the things that you have to do. That's the key there for me, right? Because it's just me here. Okay. I don't have any support really with my business. So I've got to remember all of the steps and things that I need to do for everything that I do for my business, and having them written down outside of just my regular to-do list is just super helpful. Like, it's just super helpful because, you know, your regular daily to-do list or weekly to-do list doesn't need to have all those granular bits in there. Like in that to-do list, which is where, ClickUp could come back into this, you would just want to say, okay, record a YouTube video today. Okay, recording a YouTube video is going to involve more than just recording a YouTube video, but you don't need to have necessarily all of those tasks in record a YouTube video. Like, that's just where your SOP is going to come into play. And when you are ready to bring on help, you're not starting from scratch. You already have the how-to guide. In the next video, I'm going to walk you through the 7 SOPs every solopreneur should have, even if you are just getting started. It's like the ultimate starter kit for running a consistent business without constantly having to reinvent the wheel. So go start your first SOP, and I will see you in the next one.